And welcome back to Cigar Time, your favorite TV show all about
Premium
cigars.
Boy, after all this time.
And all he can say right now is, "Leave it, that's all, folks."
That's right. It kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't really ready, but his point.
I asked, are you ready?
Have to be.
I don't know.
To say welcome back to Cigar Time.
I don't know. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Nice to see you.
Yes, indeed.
Nice to be seen.
Yes. Today we're doing something a little different. Well, actually a lot different. We have little cigars.
Yeah, we figured with the cold weather coming, quicker smokes for outside might be something of interest.
Yeah. So we have 3 of them here. I don't know if I want to get to all 3.
Oh, I think
Moose will.
Well,
Power
we should
smoker.
tie all 3 together and smoke them like one big fat cigar.
Yeah.
Oh, is this for him?
Like that. Well, that's a look. So the 3 cigars that we have are the Tatuaje Petite Cazadore, which we'll be smoking first.
I thought you said we're doing the Papa's Fritas first.
No,
That doesn't matter.
Cazadore, Papas Fritas, Cracker Crumbs.
Okay.
So the Petite Cazadore, which we're going to smoke first, has a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper and all Nicaraguan filler and binder with no specificity about region or breed.
Right.
So it's Nicaraguan, and Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut. I forgot my cutter. Get my cutter on now.
You need
So
one?
I guess I have to smoke them all.
And I forgot my lighter, so we're even.
You guys need one of each?
No, we have enough.
We have 2
Together you
cutters
work?
and 2 layers amongst us, so
Yeah.
we're all right.
I think we'll get by.
So while they're still doing
Thank you,
that,
sir.
there's not much legislative news going on.
No.
No, other than
I guess with
the
the
left coast is doing stuff, banning cigars and certain
And the
towns
left
and all
coast
that
is
stuff.
still always banning something,
yeah.
except homeless people in their tents.
Yeah.
The 2 things I do have to say
Yeah.
about what's going on is the Liga Series V is coming out with a TAA exclusive
Really?
next month,
I didn't see that.
and Placencia has created a 151 Somali as a TAA exclusive.
Who's that?
Placencia.
Placencia?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 2 new releases coming out in the TAA line,
Okay.
which you can only get from us.
That is correct.
So this cigar is about 4 by 40, roughly. Might be 38, but I think it's 40.
I think it's 40.
I just call it small.
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 SML.
Does anybody know about what we charge for these? Or what MSRP is?
4 something?
I can tell you.
Okay. Something
I
like
think
that.
it's more than that.
Is it more than that?
Tatuajes. tend to be
Tatuajes, yeah, but they're the Cazadores, so I think they're small. SML.
So Petite Cazadore means little hunter.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's more along the lines of Cazadore is a line like they're hunter cigars. And Petite is just this size.
This, but for a small cigar, this puts in a lot of
$4.90.
smoke. How much?
$4.90.
Yeah, I knew it was under $5. $4.90. Okay.
So you could smoke 5 of these and spend $25.
I can honestly say this is the first time I've smoked this.
Well, you don't smoke
I
small cigars.
like small cigars, but it's so far, it's got good taste to it.
It's got a lot
It's
of
got
taste.
a lot of taste and a lot of smoke.
A lot of smoke, man. Wow. Holy crap.
In a cigar this size, you are really getting whacked with the wrapper. That's what you're tasting.
Yeah.
Because there's so little filler here. Think about it.
I haven't seen this much smoke since I burned my ex-wife's house down.
Da-dum.
Which is funny since I've never been married, so it doesn't not really happen. It's a lot of smoke, man.
I've seen this much smoke once.
Wow.
When it just goes off.
Oh, yeah. Coming from her ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to piss Rose off.
Nah, probably not good.
He's Italian. You don't want to do that.
No. It's a dangerous proposition.
Oh, that's right. So, I can't define the tasting notes yet.
A little bit of sweetness right from
Yeah.
the beginning coming off the wrapper.
Get a little pepper also.
A little, nothing overwhelming.
That's the confusing part. I'm getting both the sweetness and the pepper, and they're kind of like battling each other.
Fighting it out.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun battle.
It is. It's very tasty. It's a unique
It is.
combination.
Mm-hmm. Would you say the wrapper is on this?
Connecticut broadleaf. So
Okay.
it's got a little toastiness to it, a little sweetness to it, and a little pepper to it.
Thing is about little cigars like this, they all look rough. Most of them.
Well, that's why we call them dog walkers. Rough, rough.
Rough, rough. You know, I always thought dog walkers meant that it was a less good cigar because you just didn't care while you were walking the dog.
Less
But
good.
I've come to understand that it's about size. A
Yes.
dog walker is the length of a quick walk of your dog.
Right.
And speaking for myself, this may be a dog walker, but it's not a less good cigar.
Less good. That's
Well, how do you say it? Worse?
no.
It's a quality dog walker.
There you
It
go.
is a
A
quality.
fine dog walker.
It's a quick smoke for just taking a dog out when you're doing business or his business. And you still get a quick smoke in, and it's still a quality cigar so far. I mean, you can't see anything wrong with it.
I don't walk my dog for this amount of time.
You want the dog longer.
I walk him for an hour.
Why are you
Take
smoke
two.
two of them? You'd be fine.
It'll take longer than two of these cigars to do that. I smoke Toros when I walk the dog.
Right.
Except in the winter, I smoke Robustos. I still walk them for like 40, 45 minutes though. Out there in, 10-degree weather, which is coming up and I'm not looking forward to it.
So, Toro or Churchill would never be better for you.
Not, no. Robusto in the winter. But normally just
Toro.
a Toro. That's about an hour. And it's my, it's my favorite cigar of the day. Because
Actually,
I
this could
I
be a
get to
dog walker
relax.
for me too.
You know,
'Cause I open a door, the dog goes out, I stand on the steps, I say, you can go do your business, the dog walks over to the yard, and when he's done, I go back in. That should
Boy,
be
that's some tough dog walking.
I'm telling you, dude, it pays to have acreage.
That's true. That's true. I wouldn't
You know
have
that
thought
there are companies that you can pay to come to your property once a week and pick up all the dog poop if
Yes,
you
there
just
is.
let your dog out?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
I wait for the
Oh,
guys-
that's true. That's true.
I wait for the guys to come cut the grass.
That's yeah. Let them walk in it. They usually have rider mowers. So
Yeah,
it don't-
exactly,
doesn't
it just scatters it out and becomes fertilizer.
matter. Yeah, mulches it up.
Dog fertilizer.
It could be a thing.
It's better than eating the dogs and cats.
That's true. This is a good cigar. I don't know the last time I had one of these.
I don't either. I used to smoke a lot of,
Really?
like 4 or 5 years ago. I was very into them. But I haven't had one since then.
It's a good cigar. This is the Surrogate. No, the
No, this is the Petite Cazadore
Yeah, yeah.
from Tatuaje.
We're smoking. What are we smoking next?
A proper Fritas.
I love that cigar.
It's got a really interesting blend,
Mhm.
much more complex blend.
Oh, we'll get to it.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So Moose, what would you drink with this?
A
Shot.
coffee.
A shot of something.
A cup of coffee because I'm outside walking the dog.
Ah, okay. That always goes well.
I don't want to be accused of drunk walking the dog.
Drunk walking? That's WUI, walking under the influence.
Influence, yes.
I had some Elijah Craig this weekend.
Yeah, you posted about that, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, watching the football game.
So Paul, I see you didn't get the memo.
Which one?
Shirt?
The red shirt memo? I don't have
We
that
both had
shirt.
the same shirt.
I don't have that one.
It's
Blind man.
But-
I think that's the
Maduro.
creepiest label in the cigar business.
it absolutely.
That's why
is.
we're wearing it.
It's very creepy, man.
It's since Halloween's coming up.
It's disturbing.
You know, you mentioned Halloween coming up. The Filthy Hooligans from
Yes.
Alec Bradley are orange this year.
Yes.
And I had this terrible fear that they were going to be pumpkin spice flavored, which would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've had one.
No, I haven't, but I
Okay.
called our rep
Okay.
and I said, please tell me they're not pumpkin spice flavored. He said, oh my God, no. Definitely not.
They just got an orange wrapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called? I forget.
Filthy hooligan.
Is it called?
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah, but it's
Filthy
got-
Hooligan
But it's
something.
got something. Yeah, something else. Something.
I think it just says.
Oh, maybe, I think it was Scary Hooligan.
Scary. Yeah. Something. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a scary hooligan.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they're all scary.
Well,
Look at this nipper.
When I thought it was pumpkin flavored, it was definitely scary.
Yeah. I don't like pumpkin anything. Although, except for the seeds. The pumpkin seeds are awesome.
They're delicious, and they're one of the most healthy seeds you can eat.
Yeah, and it tastes nothing like pumpkin.
No,
But I can't eat pumpkin. I can't eat pumpkin pie. I can't.
pumpkin
I don't
soup is okay.
Pumpkin soup.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah,
delicious.
it's not just pumpkin. There's all kinds of spices in it.
and cream.
Yeah. It's almost like making tomato soup. It's almost the same process. It's just the spices. in it.
I would bet it's the same consistency as tomato soup.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's
But-
just orange.
And I have no problem with
The
orange.
dark-
I love
dark
orange.
orange.
I love orange. But I can't eat pumpkin. I just don't like it.
It's only good for
If we told you,
cutting up.
if we told you it was cantaloupe soup, you'd eat it.
I'm not a fan of
Cantaloupe
cantaloupe. I
soup,
don't like
no.
cantaloupe either.
You're just not a melon guy.
I am. I love watermelon.
Ah,
And just to clarify, that Alec Bradley cigar is the Filthy Gooligan.
Gooligan.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it was something different. Probably Gooligan. It's our fact checker over there.
Yeah, thanks to the fact checking department.
That's actually pretty lame. Filthy Gooligan.
Why?
Like a ghoul.
Yeah. What's the box look like?
It's orange.
It's got a pumpkin on it,
Yeah, it's painted orange and black
Okay.
with a ghost.
like a faded.
With a ghost?
Yeah.
You gotta love marketing departments, man.
Well,
Yeah.
so somebody there must have sat down and said, we only sell the hooligans around St. Patrick's Day.
Mhm.
So we gotta pick another holiday and another version so we can get this action a second time.
Right. No, I
And
get
they
it.
came up with Halloween.
I get it. I mean, that's smart. But then the marketers make the orange box and
And all the doofy stuff.
yeah, the goofy stuff.
Doofy.
I'm not a fan of marketers. Especially in this business, because they're usually not right.
No, we can tell these
They
are.
are.
It's true. But just an observation on my part while we're sitting here smoking. This is definitely a dog walker because you two are keeping up with me.
Yeah.
Well, I usually do.
Well, they burn faster. They're smaller cigar. Marketers in this industry are absolutely horrible. They really are.
I'm not sure why that is. I think it's probably because they take people out of the industry instead of taking people out of marketing. So they're not really good marketers. Because look, I spent 20 years in the advertising marketing business before I got into the cigar business. And strategy is king.
You know where they should take the people to put in the marketing department? From the retailers.
That would be a good idea because they know what
They
works
know
with
what
the
works.
consumer.
Exactly right. It just doesn't make any sense. They come out with all these stupid ideas, especially with box designs. Oh my God. Some of the box designs that come out
Some of them
I
are
mean,
great, but
I mean,
some of them are a
Somebody
nuisance.
came up with a box that looked like a damn piano.
Yeah.
Gee, who was that? And someone else came up with a box that looked like a toilet seat, so
That's true.
I'd rather take a grand piano than a toilet seat.
Yeah, toilet seat. I'm not taking a cigar out of a toilet seat.
But to their credit, they changed that box.
They
For the
did, and
toilet
it was a
seat.
good
It
cigar.
was yeah, they reblended it and redid
Just
it.
the optics of reaching your hand into the toilet
I
seat
know.
box to pull the cigar.
Now it didn't look like it. It was shaped like a toilet seat. It didn't actually look like a toilet seat.
No.
It
But it
wasn't-
was close enough that we could
It was
think
close.
of it.
Yeah.
What it didn't have was a flush handle.
Yeah. It was rounded, and then you
That's why there was 20.
And the lid was
That's-
round, and you flipped it
you
up.
flipped it up, but you couldn't put it on a shelf because it would just roll over. It was.
Yeah.
It was these people.
Some of the companies had some pretty expensive boxes that obviously must have had an effect on the per cigar price.
Oh yeah, like
But then they changed.
Gurkha.
Gurkha, Placencia used to have the one that had the ashtray was the lid,
Yeah.
and they changed it and left the cigars the same price though.
Yeah.
Of course.
Instead of an increase in the cigar price, they just took away the nicer box.
It's crazy because most of the shelves are angled, and you put the box on there, and it stays there. The Gurkha and CAO, remember when they came out with the Criollo? It had shelves
Yeah.
that you had to pull out.
And how do you put that up?
How do you put? And it was high, and it would just fall off the shelf. That's crazy. Other ones just have box tops.
That's where we have that table for the cigars you go up in. So you put stuff like that on there.
Yeah, but that's usually for new stuff though.
The grand piano Beethoven box was the only exotic box I ever had for my stuff. Everything else was
Just
very
basic.
Yeah,
straightforward.
Paul, I'll be totally honest with you. You weren't sitting here. I wouldn't have mentioned it.
Well, the best thing about those boxes is after I stopped making the cigar, the boxes showed up on eBay for $50 a piece,
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
empty,
What did it cost you to make?
about $6.
Wow. That's profit.
So let me get this straight. You have some boxes left over?
I had a bunch here.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I don't know
I did
what
with
happened.
them.
I don't know what happened to them. I know they were here.
Who do you think was selling them on eBay?
We also, and I don't think we have any of them anymore, we had thousands of private label bands from companies that I made cigars
I think
for.
Mike knows where.
No, I have those. They're in Richborough in the back.
Are they really?
Yep.
Okay.
Boxes and boxes and boxes.
I gotta come by and look at what's there.
Yeah.
I think the spice picked up on this.
The sweetness went way down,
Yeah, and the spice kicked up.
but there's
I mean-
also some creaminess.
I'm
now.
getting a little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah, I get that,
I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah.
but it's also
It
getting
is creamy.
creamy. It's like coating my whole.
Yeah, the whole palate. Yeah.
So I think the timer says we gotta switch to.
Gurkha's boxes. They were
Well, you have to understand something
where
about
Kaizen
Gurkha.
came from. Yes. I
He
understand.
came from the jewelry box business,
Yeah.
where they made incredibly exotic boxes for jewelry
Yeah.
in India. And when he started the Gurkha Cigar Company, he was investing more money in the boxes and bands than he was in the cigars. Back when he wasn't making any cigars.
Right.
You know, when people did. He was spending more on the box and band than on the cigar. So they always looked like $1 million.
And that's what he charged for them too.
Close enough.
No, yeah. He isn't Gurkha. Don't they have the most expensive cigar?
Yes, they do.
Which is the Louis?
It's His Majesty's something or other,
Yeah, it's like $100,000 or something.
$100,000 a cigar.
A
Although,
cigar.
Yeah,
yes,
per cigar.
That better come with some awesome sex.
no, but it's
Seriously.
It's for the oil sheiks in the Middle East are the only ones that buy it,
I'm sure.
and that's who it was kind of created for.
If you make it, someone will buy it. Doesn't matter what it is. What's the name? Uh, Steve Saka has a cutter. It's $500. Now I know there are cutters that are more than $500, but this is a basic, pretty much a basic cutter. It's a single blade cutter. It's not even a double bladed cutter.
For $500.
$500. But
Got to give him credit.
he sells them. If you make something, someone will buy it. So it's crazy.
That is crazy.
$100,000 a cigar though, I just can't see that. $100,000 and you light it on fire and you get 2 hours of pleasure out of it at the most, and then the $100,000 is gone. You have to have some serious FU money.
Well, we're talking about guys that when their car runs out of gas,
And just get a
they
new
park
car.
it on the side of the road and buy another
Buy
one.
another one. That's just, you seriously have to have some FU money for that.
Well, if you don't have FU money as an oil chic, you're not going to have it at all.
You're not an oil chic.
One of the greatest lines I've ever heard was on Billions. Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
And the main character, Axelrod, said, "What good is having FU money if you never say fuck you?"
Good point. If you have that kind of money, you need to say it.
Exactly. He bought a house for like $89 million that he didn't need. He
Just so he could say
just
it.
say
Fuck
exactly.
you.
That's crazy. It's the best line ever.
Shit, I think I'm doing good if I can spend $89 on a bottle of good whiskey.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think we.
That's 1 million bottles of good whiskey. Think about it that way. Time to switch.
I think so. All right.
Do we give a number to this?
All right.
first?
Yeah. Good.
Again, I'm not a big fan of small cigars
Yes.
like this, but this is a very tasty cigar. I'm giving it a 9.
Okay. Well,
I actually think, well, you know I like small cigars, and I like small ring gauge. And the flavor profile on this it's just great. Sweet, spice, cream, and cinnamon.
mm-hmm.
I give it a 9.25.
I agree with that score. That's what I would give it. 9.25. It's very, very good. All right.
All right, next on the hit
Next.
parade is the Drew Estate Papas Fritas. And
I think this one's going to take a little longer because this is bigger than a 40 ring gauge, I think.
I don't know, I don't think it is.
Then the other one was smaller than a 40.
I think they were all 40s.
Could be. They just look different.
So the Papas Fritas comes with a pigtail.
Mm-hmm. No, you're coming.
Somebody who used to be on this show called these the Twist and Pop,
Yeah.
which works for me.
Yeah, I wonder what she's doing now.
She not selling insurance?
Not really. I have no idea.
Banging out babies.
Yeah.
She's really good at that. It's good to know your skill set.
Forget what were you saying over the blend?
Oh. So the blend is kind of interesting. It's a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, like the last one. It's a Brazilian Matafina binder, which is really interesting, and a blend of Honduran and Nicaraguan fillers. So this is a pretty complex blend,
Yeah.
squeezed into a tiny little cigar,
Yeah.
if I may.
Yeah, go for it. I get a boatload of taste after the light. A ton of taste.
Wow. It's got everything going on, all at once.
Yeah.
Talk about cinnamon. This
Mhm.
has big cinnamon.
Yeah, it does. Now, I shouldn't say this. I'll wait till the end.
This is not, the wrapper is not as sweet as the Connecticut broadleaf
No.
on the Cazadore.
And these are 4.5 by 44.
44.
Thank you. I thought it was bigger.
And
And
they're
what is-
$7 a piece.
And what are the other, what's the other
$7.
one?
Yeah, $7 for these. I didn't look up the size of the other one, let me check.
This has a lot of taste to it.
Another smoke machine too.
Yeah. For such small cigars.
4x40.
What is it?
The
4x40.
Petite Cazadore was 4x40.
4x40. So it's the
Okay,
same.
so you were right.
Yeah. I thought so.
Well, I never think you're right.
I know.
Until
That's
you
right.
are.
Until I am. I get it.
And then you get all kudos.
Thank you. What's the filler tobacco in this again?
A blend of Honduran and Nicaraguan.
Wow.
How big the cinnamon did you say? It looks like hay.
I
It
haven't
looked
gotten it
grassy,
so
more like hay. But
I'm not getting that a lot.
I'm not getting it a lot. It's like right there, but you can, it's there. You can taste it.
I'm getting a lot of sweetness though.
Got
Now I am, but it's concentrated. It's like raisins.
Yeah, something
It's a
like
raisin
that. Yeah.
kind of sweet.
Hmm.
I'm surprised there isn't more earthiness in this because of the binder. You know, no, the Modafina Brazilian
yeah, yeah.
binder is a very earthy tasting tobacco, and I'm not getting that at all.
The sweetness overpowers that. But it's not in a bad way.
No.
You guys aren't going to believe my rating for this, but okay.
What do you mean?
I smoke a lot of these. These are, again, I want to wait till the end.
Okay. I think I might be right there with you at the end.
Yeah. I can't tell you the last time I smoked a cracker crumb either.
I love the Cracker Crumb and the
I-
Papas Fritas. They're perfect at night when you want the taste of a full-size cigar,
Yeah.
but you only have
you don't have any
15
time.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I used to commute home from Oxford Valley, which was a really short commute,
Right.
either a Cracker Crumb or, I wasn't into Papa's Fritas then, but the Petite Cazadore
Mm-hmm.
was a perfect ride home cigar because it would take me about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it was ideal. Once I started working here,
Let's do the story.
this, I would need 4 of them to
Right.
get home.
Well, again, I can honestly say this would be a first for me because I don't smoke these.
You've never had it?
No, it's too small. Just a personal thing, folks. I don't like small cigars. But I will say it's got a lot of flavor. It's burned very nicely too.
Yes.
This is a much oilier Connecticut broadleaf
Mhm.
than the other one.
It's not as rough as the other ones. Either.
It's not as rough, but it's still
It's, well, yes. Yes, yeah.
We should have included a cheapo cigar,
Cheapo.
like,
The Little Max.
no, not that.
geez,
Uh,
two puffs and I'd be
No,
done
the
now.
Clint Eastwood thing, the Fugly.
Oh, Bugly.
That would have been a good one to smoke,
That's true. Bugly's a great cigar.
and they sell like
Oh
wildfire.
my god. And they're only, what, $3.29, something like that?
Yeah.
Yep. And everybody, or a lot of everybody who comes in, no matter what else they buy, they grab a
They
couple
always grab
of them.
a handful of them.
Gotta have a Fugly,
Yeah.
Gotta have
They
that
like
Clint
to
Eastwood
say.
cheroot.
Yeah.
or as the sign says here, the good, the bad, and the Fugly.
Yeah. I gotta get that sign for mine. Although I saw a ton of them in Quakertown. A ton of those.
Saying that?
No.
Oh.
It's just right at the register, just like it is here. Pick them up.
I'll make you that sign if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. So what else is going on?
You said nothing exciting legislatively?
Nothing.
What about in the industry?
Get out and vote
Other than
next week. Next
yeah,
Tuesday, man. Gotta vote.
the The only thing of interest that was going on, most of it was like personnel movements around and stuff like that, guys leaving one place, going to another.
Yeah.
The only thing that would pertain to us was the two TAs, as I mentioned.
Okay.
I mean, for our viewers, I try to keep it that way.
They were just in Aruba. The show was in Aruba.
If you want to go to our road,
But Art wasn't there?
No, nobody went this year.
You mean nobody from us?
Nobody from Cigar.
Right.
Nobody representing this company.
Okay. I thought you meant nobody at all. I was gonna say, what happened to the TAA? Nobody showed up.
No.
TAA through a party, nobody.
I missed the virtual TAA. That was fun. Art and I used to sit in there,
And everybody was on
and
it.
everybody was on it, and it was awesome.
Well, that must have started during COVID.
No. Nope.
Before that?
Yep. I think we started TA in 2017 or 18, and they had the TA show, and then in October they had the virtual TAA.
Oh, I remember you guys running in here because you didn't get in there on line on time.
Yeah.
You may not get the deals and all that stuff.
Yeah. We used to sit and do that double take,
Yeah,
the pledge.
Art would get
I'm
so
sorry.
excited.
do that
Sorry.
for?
Art would what?
He would get so excited that day.
Yeah,
He
me
loved
too.
doing that.
I loved it. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Seeing who would make their numbers,
Uh-huh.
if we would get to the next level. That was fun.
Pepper picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait.
Don't burn your
Right
shirt.
now, I find that to be the predominant flavor.
Pepper.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm still getting that cinnamon, man.
But if you get enough cinnamon in it, it's going to take,
It's gonna start tasting like pepper. Our tongues are gonna be long.
Yeah, it's like,
Burned out.
it's like drinking Fireball.
Yeah.
we should have saved this one to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sticks with you.
I wanted the contrast.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I, basically for undercrowns, which I think this is actually officially an undercrown,
Yeah.
pepper is normally the predominant element. Although I'm still getting that raisiny sweetness too.
Yeah. I like the Underground line, especially the Connecticut. The Connecticut is really good. Although I do like the U10.
Yeah, the 10 year.
UC10.
Yeah.
Yeah, Underground 10 year. I think that's a really good
I like
cigar.
it in the Maduro.
Well, it is a Maduro. Well, I'm saying the UC10 is, but you like the regular Underground Maduro?
No, the UC10.
Okay.
Yeah, that only comes in the.
Yeah,
Oh, I was not aware of that.
and in one size. I think. No.
With a horsetail
Is it one
Yeah.
size?
down the side.
The tail goes all the way
I
down.
haven't seen it
Yeah.
one size.
Yeah, it's only one size.
Maybe that's all we carry. I don't know if it comes in the beer store or not.
I don't think so.
I forget. It's been a long time. Yeah, the smoke is really filling the air, man. This is like when my mom and my grandmother would get together and smoke in her room, and just nothing but cigarette smoke, which is horrible.
When Mindy and I smoked cigarettes,
Yeah.
it was like that. Every surface, every flat surface in the house
Had an ashtray?
had an ashtray, and every ashtray was full all the time.
Wow.
I mean, she was smoking a fair amount, maybe a pack and a half. And I was smoking 3.5.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Unfiltered Camel.
Can you imagine what that would cost you now?
I quit smoking cigarettes when it hit $2 a pack in New York.
Wow.
Because I figured that was more money than it should have been.
Yeah.
Now it's like $11 a pack in New York.
Is it really?
It's a
For
little more
one
than that.
pack.
It's a little more than that.
Wow. That's crazy. I guess people don't bum cigarettes anymore. Well,
Who
I
can
bum a
afford to
cigarette?
give one away?
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. That's more than 50 cents a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My father's candy store, we used to sell Lucy's for $0.10.
I don't think that's legal
It's not
anywhere anymore.
It's not legal.
Well, back when we maybe.
Probably even back then, because individual cigarettes can't have a tax stamp on them. So you can't prove that the tax was paid.
Yeah, people would sell them for $1.
You know, that's
That's great.
why cigars in America started coming in boxes.
For taxes.
Yeah.
Pay for the
Civil
War.
War.
Yeah. But they came in boxes of 100, not.
No,
I
no.
thought they did.
No, they came in boxes of 25
I thought you
or
told me-
50. You had the choice of 25 or 50. They just had to be big enough to hold the tax stamp.
Hmm. Why couldn't they just make a smaller stamp?
Because once they designed the stamp, they were never going to change. It's not like postage stamps.
Okay.
They don't do a new design every year.
Okay.
Would have been smart though.
Yeah.
I'm now getting a little more earthiness.
Mm-hmm.
Changed a little bit. Still get the pepper there too, but it's a little more earthy now.
Mm-hmm.
What's the retro here, as far as you can
Wow, there's some taste in it that I can't identify. It's creamy though, through the retro ale. For some reason.
tell? It's creamy and a little nutty.
Yeah.
Very good. Actually, not too hot.
It's got some heat to it, but it's not real hot.
No, it's not burning your nose out.
Mhm.
Too much smoke, huh? There's a
It's like
Chief says no go.
yeah.
there's a cigar store in Pittsburgh, and
Whoops.
their logo says, "We like to see what we breathe."
Those people are crazy.
Well, they are. That's the store with all the bras hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah. It's funny. For people who don't know, there's a store out in Pittsburgh. It's called Blues, and they have bras hanging on the ceiling.
What it is every summer there's a biker conference in the parking lot right next door to the store.
Okay.
And the guys come in and there's some kind of deal. If you do something, you buy so many cigars or whatever, you put the women put their bra on the ceiling.
Okay. The story I heard was, if you show your bra, it's like 5% discount. Like you just flash them. If you take your bra off under your shirt and give it to them,
It's 10%.
it's a 10% discount. But if you take your shirt off and then you take your bra off,
It's like 25.
It's like 25% discount.
So a lot of people went for that deal.
Yeah. That's the story I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, and they have,
But
the
there's
whole
bras all over the place.
the front of the store is all windows, but they have big curtains that they close during this
Do they?
because they
Yeah.
don't want
No, I
to
get
be
it.
flashing passersby.
I'm funny. How many stores do they have? Just one?
Just one. But they do a lot of wholesale too, to
Mhm.
other stores in the Pittsburgh area.
Isn't that where Island Jim's out of?
Yeah. Leaf and bean.
The Leaf and Bean. Man, there's a lot of smoke in
You really can't see it.
this. You know me by my shirt color.
Yeah, no.
Somebody didn't get the memo.
Well, you didn't send it. I could have at least worn the cigar shirt in this color. I have that.
No. No, yeah. Like the old
The
school
Gaucho.
ones.
Yeah. But no,
That's
I have to stand out and be different.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the hat on, and you're outstanding in your own field.
That is true. Well, not hardly anymore. I used to be outstanding in my field all the time. Looking at all of my little babies growing into maturity.
Before they cut them down.
Yes.
Before they murdered the plants. So,
All right, do we want to put a number on this? or not yet?
I kind of still enjoying it. Again, we still have another cigar to go to yet.
9-2. I like this one a little more.
Okay.
I like this a little more too. It's a stronger cigar,
Yes.
and the strength works. You know, it's not. Well, what was that?
My stomach.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Okay. I give this a 9.5. I really like it.
I just got a little cocoa hit towards the end here.
That's probably from the Modafine.
Yeah. I smoke a lot of these cigars. Not a lot, because we don't have them all the time. But I do smoke my fair share. Well, other people's fair share too.
Everybody.
Everybody's fair share. I give this a 9.75.
Wow.
I really, really like this cigar. And when I walk my dog, and it's raining out, he doesn't like to go out in the rain. You know, he has to go. I have to force him out. This is the cigar I smoke. This and our quickies,
Uh-huh.
which is one of the best short cigars that we have.
We should, yeah, but we don't.
We don't have any in stock. Well, yes, I think we have.
We
some
have Connecticut.
Connecticut's. And Connecticut is, I think, the best one. That and the Barber Pole, I think, are the two best
I
ones.
like the Corojo a lot.
Okay. There's nothing. I mean, they come in four
They
four
come in,
flavors. They come in the Connecticut, the Maduro, the
The
Barber
Corojo.
Pole, and the Corojo.
and they come singles or packs of 10,
packs of 10, yeah.
and they're delicious.
They are very, very good. And they're 4x40. So I either smoke those or
Or this.
this. I smoke the small cigars like this also, like when I'm walking around, like go up to New Hope, and you don't want to smoke a big cigar because you're just walking to town, or Peddler's Village because you're allowed to smoke everywhere there. I smoke the small cigars.
Are you allowed to smoke in all the other stores?
Not in the stores, but,
But
you
around
can,
Peddler's?
around Peddler's Village, you're allowed to smoke. So that's why we have a store in Peddler's Village, so people can come in and buy it.
No.
Yeah, and New Hope. So, yeah. But I give this a 9.75. I think this is a fantastic small cigar.
I agree.
A lot of taste to it. It's got strength to it too. You know what I mean? So, I want to pick that up later.
Okay, so now we're smoking the third cigar,
Mm-hmm.
which is from the Surrogates line.
Tatuaje again.
I believe it's owned by Pete Johnson's brother. But it also comes out of the My
Casey?
Father factory.
Casey.
I think so. The blend is a little different. It's Ecuador Habano Oscuro is the wrapper.
Okay.
And the filler and binder are Nicaraguan, once again with no description of either the region or the breed.
Okay. Here's what's the size of this? This looks like a 4x4.
4.5 by 38.
What is it?
4.5 by 38.
Doesn't look so thin.
It doesn't look that big.
That's what it says on the website.
Okay.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, well, I guess the Fuggies. I was going to say this is the only pre-cut cigar we sell.
This wasn't pre-cut.
Mm-hmm.
Loin.
Mine
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, then I cut it again.
You double cut it.
I cut it again. Okay. Yeah, the Fuggies aren't cut. Or are cut.
Yeah.
Some people don't know which end of the line. But you gotta tell them.
Stick the thicker end in your mouth.
You know, I used to make a
You
cigar.
put the thicker end in your mouth?
If I ever smoke one.
Well, it's got to be as fat as it can get.
I put the smaller end in my mouth.
It's too small for him.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah, all the 3 cigars that we just smoked don't have as much tobacco as that does.
you're right.
What do these cost, Biz?
$3.50.
Hoorah.
Mm. I'm getting barnyard taste out of this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
That's the Ecuador Habano.
Yeah.
Barnyard, a little bit of mineral,
Mm-hmm.
which you always get out of Ecuadorian tobacco except Connecticut. Any other Ecuadorian tobacco has that mineral quality to it.
Alan loves these cigars.
I don't know every cigar.
I'm sure he smokes as many as he can get his hands on. Notice I didn't say buy his hands.
I know what you meant.
Ah, we're evil.
Mm-hmm. This has a little bit of strength to it also.
It also has a lot more front of the tongue spiciness,
Yes.
like right at the front.
Now, I don't know, is that because of the other two cigars we smoked had a lot of spice, and then we're just gonna.
No,
Is
I
it
think it's
added?
because it's Ecuadorian.
You don't think it's just added spice from the other ones?
No.
Okay.
You mean because we didn't clean our palates in between?
Mhm.
Well, you know the
That's what
best
the
way to
coffee's
clean
for.
your palate after a cigar,
Smoke another cigar.
smoke another cigar. And that tees you up for your next cigar.
Yeah.
Gotta have priorities.
This one doesn't have as much smoke.
I would say it does.
I would say there's no smoke. I'm just saying it's not as smoky as the other two.
It puts out more than enough, but not as much as the other one.
Right. Because I can actually see pigs now.
That's not necessarily a good thing.
You're a smoke machine.
I like this a lot too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a huge fan of this size. I mean, almost everything tastes great in this size, unless it's real crap.
You get so much taste out of the wrapper on these small cigars. You really do.
And you know, cigar sizes like this or a little bigger, like a Corona, are the most popular sizes in the world outside of
Outside
the
of
US.
outside of this country. Yeah.
That's why you see like a million sizes of Cuban Monte Cristos, and
Davidoffs.
because around the world, that's what people smoke.
Yeah.
Here in America, bigger is better. Just ask Moose.
Yeah. Does Davidoff make a 6x60?
I've never seen
I
one.
don't think I've ever seen one that big. They usually make their cigars for the European market and
So they tend to be
smaller.
either small or thin ring gauge, but long.
Yeah, except for like the double R. But even that's not a
Well,
big
the,
ring gauge. It's only 50.
The dark hour.
To lay
That's, I
out.
think, a
Or lay
out.
54. I don't think that comes in a 60.
No, it doesn't. But it's Churchill. They got a Churchill size of that, so it's a longer cigar. Actually, put up a decent cigar.
Their biggest one was what was the Oscar? Was it the Oscar line?
I'm not sure. It might have been the Nicaragua one. I think had a bigger cigar.
That's a great line.
No, my favorite cigar was made by them.
Oh yeah,
National brand.
National brand, yeah.
Now that's a big cigar.
Yes, that definitely qualifies.
What is it? 8.5?
9.
Is it a 9?
Yes,
Somebody was on Facebook last night saying they really love the La Flor Double Ajero Digger,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to know if there was anything out there that was stronger.
Stronger.
And my response to him was hardly anything I could think of, with the possible exception of an old Hoyo de Nicaragua Antaño,
The Italians are really
which
strong.
used
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like a real headbanger.
So are the
Rico Habano.
Rica Habanas were pretty strong too. Yeah, those Antanos were really strong.
When I sold them, when I was working in Freehold, there were guys that came in and called them crack cigars.
Really?
And they would just come in and say, yeah, I need 3 or 4 cracks.
We used to take those and take the bands off because we got them. They sold us some really inexpensively, and we took the bands off and put them out as Eduardos. They were actually the original 50/50s
Uh-huh.
SKU number, and Art said it was 50/50 chance whether you were going to pass out or not because they were so strong.
Didn't they call them high octane or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah. We used to have a guy who used to buy them by the handfuls. He like 2 handfuls. He was great, and he would just scarf them down, man. Those were really strong cigars.
The strongest cigar I have ever smoked was actually one that I made
Mm-hmm.
called Fierro Negro, or its nickname was Shake and Sweat, because when you smoked one, you would start to shake and you would break out in a sweat.
Because of all the nicotine.
The filler tobacco, or at least a couple of the leaves of filler tobacco, had 9 times the normal amount of nicotine. And not that we added it, it was just a particular
How did
leaf.
it grow that way? That's
It's
why would it
just
be
a-
so much higher?
It's a particular breed that grows with very high nicotine.
Wow.
There are several tobaccos like that. There's a tobacco out of India that's so strong it would make your hair fall out, but it
Really?
tastes like crack.
Well, it's doing that all the time, so I guess I don't need that.
You don't need the help?
No.
I think this is a much mellower cigar than the other 2.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. It is mellow.
I don't.
And the flavor hasn't changed at all. from the
I
beginning.
think this one's smoother than the other 2.
Yeah. That's kind of what I meant. Retro ale tastes like pure almonds.
Really? Oh yeah, yeah it does.
Like pure almond, like almost nothing else at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Now I want an almond joint.
I used to work with the guy who made up the song when I was in the ad business. He made up the, sometimes you feel like a nut.
Really? You came
Yeah.
up with that?
Yep.
Wow. Did he win a Clio?
No, he did not. However, I also worked with the woman who came up with the meow 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 meow
Really?
song,
Really?
and she won a Clio.
I'm sure. Have you ever won a Clio?
No.
Were you ever up for one?
No, because I wasn't the creative, I was the strategy.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I was the guy who sat back and looked at all the creative and said, no, you can't even show this to the client, it's not on strategy.
Okay. I got you. Any of your people win besides that one?
No.
That was
Oh,
great.
yeah, there was one guy who won one for art design,
Okay.
art direction,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't even remember what ad he won for.
That meow meow one was really good.
Well, that woman, before I knew her, also did the Dancing Raisins.
For Raisin Bran?
No, for raisins.
Oh.
With the
Sun-kissed raisin?
No.
Already through the grapevine one?
Yes, the
Oh,
grapevine.
the grapevine. Okay, that's different.
That was
Okay.
her.
Okay.
And she might have won a Clio for that, but I didn't know her then.
Oh. Was she a cat lady?
I don't think so. She was just a really creative writer.
I think my girlfriend, if she if we weren't together, she'd be a cat lady.
My wife is.
Is?
Oh yeah.
My younger daughter has 2 cats. They're brothers, and she adopted them. They were, rescue cats.
Yeah.
And they were living together in the street. They were street cats. And they both have this weird birth defect that's apparently not so unusual in cats. They have no sense of balance, and the only way they can walk is by picking up one foot after the other.
Really?
And to watch them walk around the house like that is bizarre. These 2 cats.
You know what, you gotta
march-
think-
After a couple of drinks, it must be hilarious.
You have to take a video of that.
Next time I'm up there, I will, because it's really weird.
I have a rescue cat that seriously we rescued from a dumpster. Like
That's a real
near
rescue cat.
where we lived, there was a dumpster, and our neighbor found the cat, and she brought it to us because
your girlfriend's cat lady.
no, because her boyfriend is allergic to cats,
Oh,
so
okay.
they couldn't have the cat, so they gave it to us. And this cat was like this big, and it was just, I don't know if it was in the dumpster, it was around the dumpster, and it was nobody's cat, and we took it in, and it's literally a scaredy cat. It's afraid. It's
Afraid of everything.
It's afraid of everything.
My older daughter has a cat that is a cross between a Maine Coon
Oh, really?
and a Siberian, which is another really big
It's got to be
cat.
as big as this table.
40 pounds.
Holy crap!
It is enormous.
That's a huge cat. Maine Coons are huge.
Yes. And Siberians are also not as big as them, but really big also.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't mess with that cat.
No, I can't imagine.
It's like having a cougar in the house.
Yeah.
And I don't mean a sexy older woman either.
That's very funny. Yes, now we have not now. We've had 3 cats for the past 2 years. 2 cats and a dog.
I can get along with cats, but I'm a dog person.
Yeah,
By far.
absolutely. I am definitely a dog person. Yeah. Cats, I can take them or leave them, just like them.
Yeah,
don't
they can take you or leave you.
Right, exactly. They're basically
Barely
just-
even a pet.
There it is.
It's an animal that tolerates you because you feed it.
Yeah, put my food and water out, and that's it.
And leave me alone.
Yeah, leave me alone. Exactly. Although my one cat, like in my chair, he comes up behind me and sits on the back of the chair. And when he wants to be pet, he puts his paw
Oh, that's cute.
on my arm and goes like, it's like this to my shoulder.
Good time for attention.
Yeah, basically. And it's usually when I'm doing something like petting my dog.
The big cat likes to slap.
Oh yeah.
The big one. So when it slaps, you got slapped.
The rescue cat, who I call New Cat,
Okay.
fights all the other 2 cats. And it'll, like if the one cat's just laying there, the older cat is just laying there, he'll run over to it and just start slapping it. And then they just both start slapping at each other. It's very fun. I wish I had the camera
When that happens.
when that happens. Yeah, it's great. She don't take shit from her.
Slap happy cats.
Yeah. They like to fight. But the other one's Fat Cat. I have 3 cats. New Cat, Fat Cat, which is the one that sits behind me and puts her paw on me, and Vomit Cat.
Well, let me guess.
The other one, the oldest one just loves throwing up everywhere.
Hairballs or whatever.
Whatever. And she likes eating, like I said, we have a Christmas tree all year round. And she loves eating it. The bottom of it.
She's bulimic.
I don't know what she is. She's Vomit Cat.
Vomit cat.
But I got 3 cats.
You need Top Cat. You remember Top Cat?
I love Top Cat. They used to call him TC. He's the leader of the band.
and he had a string on his quarter, and
Yeah.
he'd throw it in a vending machine and pull it back out.
I love Top Cat, man. That was a great cartoon.
The undisputable leader of the gang.
Yeah. It was awesome. All right, let's get our final thoughts on this last cigar, the Cracker Crumb. Surrogate Cracker Crumb. Mr. Moose.
I didn't think this was as good as the other two,
Okay.
so I'm giving it an 8.5.
Okay.
Still tasty cigar,
It is.
but it's not quite as good as the other two.
I don't like it as much either, but I like it a lot.
The retro hail's really nice.
Yeah, that almondish
Yeah.
stuff is just delicious. I give it a straight 9.
I agree with you again. This is a 9. The best one in my opinion was the
Papa's Fritas.
Papa's Fritas.
Yeah, I agree, although the Petite Cazadore was really, really
No,
good.
they're all good, and they're all good for a quick hit cigar if you're only looking to smoke for 15 minutes or
Yep.
whatever. So
I would need about 30 of these a day if this was all that I smoked.
same thing with Moose.
No, he would need 30 at a time. He's going to do it. Don't try this at home.
Not lit.
They're going to lick. No, my luck, I light my nose on fire.
Mustache.
Yeah.
So I hope we helped you
Think
find-
of some options.
Right, different options of the colder weather and everything like that. So you can just stand outside for 10, 15 minutes and still get your
See.
cigar fix in.
See.
Let's go back to the other one. So yeah, I'd give us a 9.
I am, just to change the subject for a second, I am suddenly getting a anise flavor out of this.
Oh yeah? I'm not getting that yet.
I'm a tiny bit
Can
ahead
we
of
just
you.
call it licorice, please?
Yes. Tastes like licorice. Black licorice.
Kids, do we have any events coming up?
There's one going on Saturday in our Sarasota shows. Ricky Rodriguez is going to be there. Big event
cool.
for West Tampa.
Okay.
When's you coming here?
Yeah.
When it warms up.
The day after.
Yeah.
Hell freezes over.
Yeah. Did Allison have that movie night?
That is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
No,
night?
I'm sorry. She had it last Friday. It was the last Friday of the month. That's when she does it. This Friday is the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got you. Thanksgiving is late this year. Like, very late.
It's okay.
Isn't it usually the third
Yeah.
Thursday of
Is
the
it the 3rd? I thought it was.
third Thursday of the month normally?
Guess.
But it's the last Thursday of the month this year. I don't know if it's because of, it can't be because of leap year.
No,
But it's the 28th this year.
instead of the 27th.
Yeah, my brother's birthday is on the 22nd, and it's on the 22nd sometimes. So 7 days after that would be
I
the
hate when they
29th.
move around.
Yeah, Christmas is Christmas. It's the
Moving.
25th, no matter where.
A
it is.
moving target's always a bitch to hate.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it's late. It's very late this year. It's the
It's always
28th.
the 4th Thursday.
Huh?
It's always the 4th Thursday of November.
Really? I thought it was always the third Thursday.
So did I. But what do I know? Thanksgiving is when I eat. That's all I
It's
know.
Thursday. It's our day off too. One of two.
One of two.
One of two. Yeah, and Christmas. So we're coming up to our days off, which is nice.
Yeah.
Then we got the whole start all over again afterwards. So, well, thank you very much for watching, and I guess we'll see you next week.
Next week, smoke often and smoke happy.
Ciao for now, everybody.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.